From Alaska Teen Media Institute, this is Podcast in Place, Youth Stories from the Quarantine, a series about youth in Alaska during the COVID-19 pandemic. We're bringing you stories, interviews, and audio diaries from teenagers and young adults stuck indoors without anything else to do. I'm ATMI producer Cornilius Nelson, recording this on my phone in the basement. And since the main ATMI studio is closed for the time being, hope you like weird audio. Today we'll be hearing from ATMI's senior producer Daisy Carter. She is in her first year of UAA and is now continuing her classes from home. She'll share her experiences and thoughts amidst the quarantine, as well as interview her mother, who works in the restaurant industry. Here's Daisy, recorded from her home on March 24th, 2020.
What surprised me about this whole thing is how quick it was. Like, just how quick it was. Like, 1 minute, I'm not freaking out about COVID-19. And the next thing I know, everyone's on lockdown. And I remember when I got the email from President Johnson, I think, who's the president of UAA. When I got that email that we were gonna not have school and that spring break was gonna be extended, I was at the Northway Mall with my little cousins, and I kind of started to freak out because there was not a lot of people around, but I'm like, oh no, it's okay, like, it's fine, like, people were overreacting, because I saw a lot of videos that were like, oh, it's just overreacting, like, no need to worry, like, we have a low % chance of America getting it. And I was fine. And I was like, okay. Like, me being stupid, I was like, okay. Like, it's fine that we go to the mall. I was going to go take them ice skating. And, everything was fine. But then once he sent out that email, that just really freaked me out. And I was like, okay, we'll go to one more store, cancel ice skating, and then go home. And then we went to the bathroom. And then I get a text from their mom saying, hey, can you take care of them next week because school got canceled for them next week? And that's when I started to freak out even more, and I was like, okay, we are leaving. And I don't know, that just really scared me, because the thought of my little cousins getting it, or even myself getting it, I don't have a good immune system. Ever since I was younger, I would constantly get sick. My lungs were never, again, 100%, so that's just been kind of scary. The past 2 weeks, I've been taking care of my little cousins. We would hang out here. It's just a lot of family time. Definitely a lot of family time, which isn't bad. I mean, I don't know. I'm in a pretty positive environment with my family, so it's been pretty fun. Unfortunately, since my mom is a little scared for me because I do have asthma, which is a pre-existing condition, I guess. Well, not I guess, it is a pre-existing condition. And she's just been kind of getting worried because, the cases have just been getting higher, and my lungs, or not my lungs, but I don't really do well under stress. So naturally, right now, my lungs are already very tight. So if anything else were to compromise it, it would be very bad. So my two main cousins, Eva and Amalina, well, not main, I don't want to say main cousins, but the ones that I am, I guess, a little bit closer with, Eva and Amalinda, they live just down the street. Their mom is a nurse. So if her mom is taking care of a COVID-19 patient and she comes home and she doesn't shower, doesn't take the proper stuff to do that with, to make sure that she's clean, and then her daughters get it, and then I take care of their daughters, and then the whole shebang, that's gonna be bad. Fortunately, I'm not taking care of my little cousins anymore, so it's just the three girls in the house. It's pretty okay. Well, this is my first day kind of working with school. Like, I have schoolwork to do, which is pretty fun, and I did all that for the week. So tomorrow I'm not gonna have anything to do. But I would say, I guess for students, I would say kind of plan out what you're gonna do for the whole week. Like today I know it was like a homework day. So like I did a bunch of homework, I did a bunch of assignments, and then I got up at 8:30. I got up at 7:30 because I had to be in a class at 8:30, or at least be online in the class. So I've been working from like 8:30 to like 3:30. Like, just all that time was just dedicated towards school. Obviously with breaks in between, but that was just mainly dedicated towards school. I guess other ways to pass the time, I've honestly been exercising, which is really cool. I've been exercising a lot, and then the good thing about Alaska is that you can go into the middle of the woods and just like hang out there and be like kind of like away from civilization and just chillax. So probably going on hikes. I can't do that because, again, with my, I don't want to say anxiety, but like with me being a lot more anxious and a lot more alert, my lungs are kind of freaking out. And then if I go into the snow, and then if I go into the cold, it's going to freak out even more. And then if I exercise, it's going to freak out even more. So I just can't really go outside right now, which really sucks. But, that's just how it is. And I'm accommodating towards that. So yeah, I'm just kind of exercising. Another thing that I've been doing, or that I just recently started, like today, is I started an Instagram account where it's kind of like a choose your own adventure kind of story. So every day I post, not necessarily, like, I guess, like a prompt. This week's prompt is that this girl, her brother goes missing, and she's a journalist in the newspaper, in the high school newspaper, and she goes to a hockey game, and she gets her keys, and she locks her keys in her car, and someone comes up and is like, oh, do you need a ride? But it's like one of the popular kids, and then I put in the bottom that you get to decide whether she goes, and then you get to decide whether she goes in with him in the car, or she keeps calling her mom. So I just started that today, and every day I'm gonna look at the end of the day, see what it's kind of more leaning towards, and then make another prompt and a new scenario that they can choose like 2 options for it. And it's just gonna go down that road until I decide when it ends. And I'm excited to see where it goes because, there's only a couple people voting right now and a couple people following me, but, I might ask some friends like, hey, can you recommend this to other people? Because I think it's a really good idea and I want people to get behind it, so. Doodaloo. But I guess what's also surprised me is, like, the whole toilet paper thing. Like, why do you need toilet paper? Like, genuinely, why do you need toilet paper? To, like, wipe your butt? Okay. You know what else you can use? Towels. Then wash them. That's what my mom did when she could not afford toilet paper. She told me this. And then she's like, if it comes down to it, once we run out of paper towels, once we run out of toilet paper, we're just gonna clean towels. And that's literally what she told me. So when I saw people like buying out everything, and I remember the last time we went to the store, there was no flour, there was no rice, there was no beans, and that's what we needed. And we don't have that now. The other thing that's been surprising about this is that I'm a journalism major. So I don't want to say that I know a lot about fake news because I'm getting cocky. This is just my second semester. Calm down. But like I know about fear mongering, and it's unfortunate to see, like my mom, she's terrified. She's terrified that I'm going to get the virus because I do get sick very easily. I do have a pre-existing condition. So just, I guess, seeing that fear mongering within my own house, I've just never seen that before. Like, even when the earthquake, this fear that my mom had lasted maybe 2 days. But it's been 3 weeks. And she's still scared. You know, it's hard because, you know, like, I've always seen my mom as, like, you know, like a strong person. Like, she's a very strong, independent woman. She has been a single mom for almost 10 years now. And she's doing a great job. And just to see her scared about something that, again, we're doing everything in our ability that we can to be safe, and just her to still be scared, and to her still be focused on the news, even after I tell her, Mom, like, take a break, let's play a game. She still insists on paying attention to the news because she's scared. She doesn't know what's going to happen. And that's not to say that I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. But she's having us gargle salt water every single day. She's having us eat soup every single day. And she's having us drink this tea that's literally just boiled garlic. It's worse than it sounds. But she's having us take these extra precautionary measures even after we haven't been outside. And, yeah, I guess that's what's been scary. I guess I always just make sure that, you know, like, I tell everyone in my family, like, oh, like, I love them and everything like that. So there's a lot of positivity in this house. So, you know, that's good. And I just feel bad for, you know, like, the kids that don't have that. Because I know some kids right now are just locked up in the room, like, not wanting to be with their family. That sucks. Because, you know, like, I'm very fortunate that, you know, my mom has always made sure that we're happy. So, yeah, I just feel for them. Yeah, but that's Daisy Carter. That's me reporting from my house. Yeah. God bless. Have a good day.
That's ATMI senior producer Daisy Carter, and you're listening to Podcasts in Place, Youth Stories from Quarantine. Next up, Daisy interviews her mother, who works at Jalapeño's Mexican restaurant in Eagle River, but now stays at home due to restaurants no longer being able to provide dine-in services. This interview was also conducted on March 24th, 2020.
Alright, this is my mom. She has been a manager at several restaurants, including Don Jose's and Jalapeño's, and she owned 2 restaurants at one point. So I just have a couple questions for you, if that's okay.
Absolutely, my daughter. Ask me.
So how long have you been with Don Jose's?
I was with Don Jose's Mexican restaurant for 17 years before going into business for myself. I started with Jalapeño's after I sold both of my restaurants, and I want to say that was about 10 years ago. Oh, wow. Time goes by so fast. I really never stopped to think about it.
Okay, what has the impacts of COVID-19 had on both businesses, if you do know?
Well, the restaurant business has been severely impacted, just like every other hospitality business. Although we have the advantage of being able to continue to serve our customers through pickup service and delivery. Hopefully that will continue without generating any negative impact on the community.
What has Don Jose's and or Jalapeño's done for the community?
Well, fortunately, they've been able to stay open, which has allowed some employees to continue to work, therefore providing for their families. That's been one way. Another way is continuing to provide good meals for those people that don't like to cook or don't know how to cook and are able to afford to still order takeout or delivery.
How difficult has it been not being able to work at Jalapenos due to the COVID-19 virus?
Well, I miss the interaction with not only customers, but employees. We have a great team. Everyone that is in our team is happy to be there. They have the same customer service belief as I do. And I miss them. I miss the happy faces, the jokes, the camaraderie that we have there. There is no dull moment there. Everyone works hard and happy, just joyful, happy to be there. And it's a great energy that you feel, that you sense when you're there. We also get those comments from our customers. They go in and they enjoy themselves. They're happy. They're grateful for our atmosphere that we generate, that we have there. So that's what I miss. The energy. The laughs. The hi, how are you? Welcome to Jalapenos. That's what I miss. That's cute.
That was ATMI senior producer Daisy Carter speaking with her mother. You've been listening to our podcast In Place series on Zoom Room. Our show's theme music was composed by Devin Schreckengast. Stay tuned for more stories from quarantined youth. This podcast is made possible in part by grants from the Alaska State Council of the Arts and United Way. If you'd like to support Youth Voices in Anchorage and help keep our podcast going, you can donate to our organization by going to alaskateenmedia.org and click donate. Also on our website, you can learn more about what our organization does, listen to past episodes of our podcast, or find how you can get involved. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For Alaska Teen Media Institute, I'm Cornilius Nelson. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. We'll get through all this together. Love.